are wonderful legends of Nigeria who have left memorable histories in Nigerian football. Starting from my right hand, we have Christian Chukwu, MFR. He was a Nigerian former football player and former national team coach of Green Eagles, now called Super Eagles. Mr. Christian Chukwu was former captain of Enugu Rangers Football Club. He was also former captain of national team to its first African Nations Cup. Mr. Christian, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Right next to him, we have Dr. Johnny Ebwanu. He was a former player of Enugu Rangers International Football. He also played for Hertha Berlin in Germany, where he lived. Dr. Johnny, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Right next to Dr. Johnny, we have Mr. Kenneth Bodman, also known as SKB. He was a Nigerian football former player, Green Eagles, also known as Super Eagles now. An ex-Rangers International Football. Kenneth Bodman graduated from University of San Francisco and Golden Gate University. Currently, he is the president of SKB Executive Business School. Sir, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right. With us here also, we have Mr. MR Nnaji, popularly called Okiti. He was the former commissioner for sports and land in Enugu. He's a very big fan of Rangers International Football Club. Sir, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Nnaji, can you tell us your involvement in Nigerian football?
Well, as you well know, every young person, like the chairman, Christian Chukwu, said when he was listening to him, every young person at that level loved football. We used to use orange or the one called felele. So everybody, every male, women never participated, but every male in the south, east, or in eastern Nigeria then loved to play football. So immediately after the war, we were young children in the streets, in my village, Enugu. So Rangers started. Rangers was formed, and we used to listen to the radio, the commentaries of Enugu Rangers, as they were called then. And Rangers was a symbol of unity of the Igbo people, symbol of survival, that the Igbos survived the war, was what gave us hope, was Enugu Rangers, that we survived the war, because anybody that comes to play Rangers, any other team, Rangers was always victorious. So every young person wanted to see Rangers play. So in 1972 was the first game that I watched Rangers play. And we came all the way from my town, Enugu, in a bus. Stopped at Okunano Boy. That was where the park was. There was no park at Gariki. So we ran from that place in opposite Union Secondary School to the stadium in Enugu Road. We ran, all of us, entered the stadium. It was Rangers against Vipers, Vipers of Benin. It wasn't Bender, it's the Vipers, Benin Vipers. So Rangers goalkeeper just left, called Okosieme, Cyril Okosieme, left, and Okala replaced him. So we watched the game, and Emeka Edeka tried everything to score. I remember him because he had a key leg, but he had speed too. So after playing the match, it was goalless, and the music started. He took his son, he put inside the coaster bus, and we were clapping for him. He was just watching, because it's a household name. Cyril Okosieme was a household name in Enugu. So we were singing Okosieme, so we followed the bus until we couldn't see the bus again, before we started running back to go to the village. If you know the distance, it will amaze you. We know the distance to run from Ubi Road to Abba Road to go home to the village at night. When we came back, I said, where do you go to? Where are you coming from? Nobody knew that we had gone to the stadium to watch ball. So from there, I developed the love From there, I go to wherever Rangers is training, wherever they are playing a match in Enugu. When I went to secondary school, I go to wherever they are playing match in Nigeria. So almost all the ball Rangers played, I watched them, these legends. I'm not a footballer, I didn't play, but I was a supporter. One of the supporters, I go to the number one supporter, Unwavering, called Ben. Unwavering is late. I will go to where he's living at CPS police. He was a policeman. I will go to his house and we'll come to stadium together. So before, if Rangers is playing in Kaduna, anywhere, we'll come to the stadium and enter the bus. Uhuru, the Kennedy School and all that, we'll go to everywhere to watch Rangers. There is this particular match against Shooting Stars, Challenge Cup, played at Lagos. The match was so, some of the Rangers players that were transferred, that went to school. So Charles Admora, he was called one. He came back, and in that match, Kula Wisu, you just wind his hand, and the guy will block the ball with his body. So I still remember the match as if it's being played now, because we were so scared, and the Rangers had an upper hand, but there was no goal. Then Jim was influential. He made the then chief of staff here at Ibrox, and the match was moved to Kaduna. Before we got to Kaduna, it was 12 midnight with the supporters with our music, everything. So when we came to the stadium, there was somebody called Afamo Okodide. You will remember. So
late now.
Yes, because this thing I'm telling you now, they can't tell you because they are the actors, we are observers. Yes. So we came to the place, he said, no, we can't stay at the stadium, Ahmed Bello Stadium, that Yoruba people have taken over there. There was one old man, I can't remember his name.
I wasn't a player then.
You were not. I'm leaving you. Were you? You were not.
I went to Kaduna. I went to the same Kaduna.
Yes, I paid for you. So, as we said, no, we don't want any problem. We don't want to fight. So we went to a primary school by the stadium. It was late at night. We arrived 12 midnight. So we went to I took up a table in the school. I didn't know there was a table where they kept chalk. So I was like a native doctor in the morning. So nowhere to take bath. We just cleaned the chalk. People helped me clean. We looked for somewhere where people were selling Gary. We ate it that morning and entered the stadium till the match was finished. That's the only thing we ate till the next day when we came back to it. So in the match, it was a very difficult match. It ended goalless again, and it looked as if the Shooting Star had played better than what Rangers played in Lagos. So when it was penalty, as they were playing, when it was chairman's start, Edison, he moved back with speed. You need to see like what
Did you remember that match?
Yeah, of course.
It was penalty.
It ended the penalties.
It ended the penalties.
It was a Cup Winners' Cup.
Yes, Cup Winners' Cup. The speed that used in playing the penalty, they didn't see the ball. But when the problem came, was Gabu's penalty. He kept it and stood by it. I started crying. I said, this could move back. Not, he wasn't hearing me. I was sitting down, maybe 2-story building away from the field. So he stood there. When he wanted to take the penalty, I started to pee on my body. For real. You need to understand the love, the passion. So, yes, Igbo people have for Rangers. So he just came the ball inside the net. So we started celebrating. We came down. When Rangers now entered the bus, a luxurious bus, we were singing from stadium to a hotel called Rendezvous. owned by MR Nnaji. I came into the hotel and saw the owner. So I said, maybe this man is bearing Nnaji like me. He will be from my place. I said he's from Owerri.
Yeah.
So I didn't make any effort to go and see him. Because I'm not eating. I ate Gary in the morning, a young man in secondary school. So we sang to the hotel when Rangers now stopped. We walked back to the stadium where our bus parked. Is it not enough sacrifice for what you love?
Of course.
So many people won't do it for their girlfriends or what?
So when you became the commissioner,
Yes.
then what happened?
When I became the commissioner, because I was following Rangers to everywhere they go to, I said, okay, I would show the love on the players so they can do better. So when I became commissioner, whatever money that is approved for them, I bring it to the table and we'll discuss on how the money will be spent. So the players became happy. Because of some bottlenecks and protocols, we didn't do what we were supposed to do or achieve what we should have achieved while I was there. But I showed the players enough love. Bought vehicles, they were using Mercedes cars, and they were calling them Enugu Asna because of the cars they were using. So we tried, we moved, for some years, Rangers has not gone for international match. We moved away from Nigeria, started playing African Cup, went to so many places in also the same love I have for them made me to do enough to be able to follow them also and go and watch match so many African countries.
Okay, so being a very huge fan of Rangers football club, so what would you say comparing Rangers then and the present Rangers?
A lot of things from Rangers of old play against the referee, even the referee. Rangers of old. When somebody say I pray for it, or this person played for Rangers, I say, is it the Rangers of old or the current Rangers? Because Rangers of old, I wasn't a manager then. I wasn't a commissioner. Rangers of old may have stopped after these people that should have stayed so that we carried the remaining cups, left Rangers and went abroad to US. This one here, SKB.
Who is this one?
This one. So he went. Then all our crop of our best players left Rangers, and they continued to manage. Rangers of old were people that loved Rangers with passion. When Rangers loses a match, some of them will cry, like Kenny Boardman. He doesn't like defeat.
That's true.
He doesn't like defeat. Christian Ogodo will have sores on his feet and tied bandage. After tying it, he will put boots on it and kick it on something and just jump. And when he's playing, you will think he has no injury, but he can't walk after playing. When he comes back and removes boots, pains. That was passion, and they got nothing for doing that.
It's the same Christian Obodo that I told you,
Yes.
Topland.
Yeah, that died in the US, yes. So, the Rangers of old is my master here, Dr. John Ibon. When they come out of the field, like they didn't get anything, but they were celebrities. If you are passing anywhere in Enugu or in Nigeria and they say Dr. John Ibon, Christian Chukwu, or Emmanuel Okala, or Stanley Ogoro, everybody will want to touch you. They will want to say, well, I saw this person. You'll be saying it as a big story, telling a big story that you saw Rangers of old. The new Rangers, they lose, they win, doesn't mean they will lose a crucial match. And they will come out, take their girlfriends in. You see them enjoying themselves right before you, they don't bother.
After the match?
Immediately after the match.
Oh, there's something wrong with that.
No.
After the match, you can have fun and enjoy your girlfriend.
No.
And your family. What's wrong with that?
Okay, let me tell you.
Because I used to cry. I still will go ahead and take my girlfriend out.
Your name of your girlfriend was one. And so he does. When Rangers are telling the guy, don't worry, after this match. And you've forgotten yourself. There was commitment.
Yes.
There was a serious commitment. Not that somebody cannot do what they want to do at the back. But some people devoted everything about themselves to play for Rangers. It's no longer like that, but a lot of things has come back. Even human beings in Nigeria now are made in China. Even human beings, the way we talk, the way we think. People are angry because things are not the way it's supposed to be. Imagine that no legend in Nigeria is involved in Nigerian football. That's why we're not going anywhere.
That's what I was saying.
The legends, the people that know what they should do, will never.